Very often we look at the workplace sort of thing and we go to work, we don't think of having an accident or think we're going to be involved in it, because if we did, we wouldn't bother to turn up. We phone the boss saying, I'm not coming today, too dangerous, you know. So accidents are things that happen within the workplace. Are all accidents preventable?
Yes.
They would be within reason, wouldn't they? Yeah, lots of things are preventable. But when does common sense go out the window? It goes out of the window when we're in a hurry. And when a farmer's in a hurry? Nearly every day. They've been very safe in the activity they were undertaking for 7 hours of that day, and all of a sudden the rain's coming in across the fields. They rush to get the last load in or do the last thing before it gets wet, and that's when they take risks that they wouldn't have taken any other time of that day, and that's unfortunately when the accidents happen. So with our telescopic hander, there's two sides to an operation of the telescopic hander. There's operated in the work area, there's an operated on the road. I'd like to talk very briefly about the road regulations really. What we're trying to do is sell all the good things that we should be engaging ourselves in using that machinery and that equipment to keep ourselves safe. Loader regulations, another regulation that comes into handling equipment like this, is specific to anything that we use for lifting. So it's the lifting operations and lifting equipment regulations, and it covers everything we use in the workplace for lifting. So that could be a telescopic hander, it could be a sling, strops, chains, trolley jack, anything like that. And the law says it should be tested on an annual basis, and Richard mentioned earlier on he's had his done this year. It also says the safe working load indicator should be in place. It also says that the operator should check the machine before they use it. So what am I looking at on checking the machine really then? As a farmer sometimes you think you're just a farmer, but you're a custodian of the countryside, you're able to teach people things, you've got a natural ability to cope with nature. And to pass that on to youngsters, I really get a big thrill over it. To pass it on to more senior people that are perhaps older than me or more established in the industry than me, if I've got something that I can teach them or help them, that feels good. I can go home and sort of smile about the day I've done. Now, how often have we seen this on a farm? How often do we know if things like this happen on the farm? A bucket, pallet, potato box, they're all illegal. We shouldn't be doing it. And even though we're only lifting up to do something on a temporary basis, it's only going to be a quick fit, you know. And we all say nothing can happen because the machine's not moving. But soon as ever hydraulics, a person and a machine get involved with weather elements, things change. And if Kath is not paying attention to her job now, she can actually do something and the man comes down. If you can make it funny and compliant, if you can involve them, I think if you can get them to talk about, there's some groups today have really involved themselves with accidents they know have happened locally, maybe not necessarily themselves, to their neighbours or anything like that. The more we can highlight the problems that they would have using that equipment or that style of work really.